Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. It's February 10th. It's a Wednesday. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it was a pretty nasty pre-market, not like the last few days here. I only did a few trades, and they were all disastrous. So not even sure if I'm allowed to keep trading at this point. Oh, Michael's got a new roof. That's good to hear. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of scanning here. There's a good chance I might have stopped myself out for the day. I was going to trade BPTH actually just here a second ago. Let's actually watch this one for a second here. And I'll tell you in a little bit what my stats are and why I might stop myself out today. But I'm going to be trading half size until, I feel like I'm getting a little bit back in the groove here. BPTH, this is actually one of my tickers I'm red on, but it had such a freak pullback here, and I kind of got stuck in some of it. It's not even my biggest loss. 5 million float on this one with a catalyst today, receives U.S. patent grant. Everything sounds really good. 25 million float, U.S. biotech. I like this area. I like the fact that we're, testing these highs here, right here at 11. If we could break this area, we got a lot of upside ahead of us. Looks pretty good. So this could hold here. Everyone's looking for that break at 11.6, right? That's what everyone's looking at. This is new highs here, so it's really good to see that it's holding. It's a little bit of a choppy ticker. I have half size ready to go on this one. I'm also watching ACIC. It looks really good. I like the catalyst on that one a lot as well. BPTH really trying here. There's the possible break at 63. Failed for now. Let's see, second attempt. Boom, there it is. I'm having a hard time trusting this one because I just took a bigger loss on it right here. It's actually not even the worst loss, but still. I was looking for a pullback and then some continuation. I was actually up on this one for a little bit, but then right here, I try to close when the follow through was looking weak, and then I got stuck here in this move down. This was kind of nasty. Luckily I didn't sell at the low, but the sell off on this one's really strong. Oh god, yeah, Michael, that's no joke. Yeah, BPTH is actually looking quite strong right now. A little bit of nice to see some action coming in here finally. Also, by the way, we actually sold Clove. If anyone's curious, we did sell CLOV roughly in the 13.29 is when we sold it. Like I was saying before, I wouldn't mind holding on to this one or buying at a lower price. That's why I was selling here, because this could be a dead cat bounce. I went ahead and closed my position with the intent of actually buying back this one. So we'll see how that goes. I do have a limit order already for a buyback, but we'll see. When that happens. I just wanted to let you guys know. Great move on BPTH. Right now, this is clearly the lead gapper. Pre-market, I am very red though right now. So half size, and then potentially just going to be stopped out for the day. Dang, I was really kind of focused on BPTH at first, thinking, okay, we might do a trade in this area, and then I kind of chickened out a little bit. Now it's kind of running away from me. Kaylin, I sold it for a $500 loss, so no stress there. So yeah, looking at my P&L today, I gave back all my profits from yesterday. It was a total disaster. UAMY took, I think, one trade on, down 320. BPTH took one trade on, down 570. CNET took one trade on, down 1,000. I think I did take one trade on CNET. Either way, I was getting destroyed this morning. I think overall, I didn't really do anything too wrong. I did make one mistake on CNET. This was the honest mistake I made today. I bought here, great entry, and then I wanted to sell. I would have walked away with like a $300 profit. I accidentally bought more instead of selling, and then right away it flushed, and then I took a bigger loss here. So I kind of made that same mistake that I made a few days ago. Both times costing me around $1,000. Actually, both times costing me about $1,000. I don't really know what to say. I had the right idea, but very poor execution. The only thing I did right was I closed my position before it ended up flushing further down. So what I kind of decided to do right now is, most likely I'll be stopped out and not doing any more trading. What I'll do here is I'll trade half size on a setup if I see any good setups that I really, really like. If I can wiggle myself back below my max stop for the day using half size, so small position size, then I'll go full size again. Otherwise, I'll just leave it wherever I end up. So I'll potentially be doing a little bit more trading, but only if I really see the patterns I'm liking. Otherwise, yesterday was my best day. Today, gave back all those profits. It is what it is. That's the life of a day trader. We're still up on the month. We're up on the week. So all is fine. It's just, it's always one of those situations where you're just like, all right, here we go. It is what it is. So a little bit nasty moves. I even noticed it wasn't looking that good. So I think one of the mistakes I made today was I got fairly aggressive in my first trade. Usually my first trade of the day is always a third or a half size. Today, the first trade of the day was full size, and I walked away instantly with a bigger loss, which was unnecessary. A lot of failed moves, a lot of failed continuations, so you just want to be careful out there and manage those trades. A lot of my losses would have been a lot worse if I did not manage them. So, I did do that right. Now we're getting some better fall through. Actually, since pre-market was so bad, sometimes when pre-market is this bad, or pre-market like 7 to 8, oftentimes you get that second wind that's a lot nicer, and that's what we're seeing here. So right now, BPTH is really picking up some good momentum. This is looking pretty clean here. So let's see. The day's young. A lot could still happen. I am, trying to be mindful here that BPTH has sold off very aggressively in the past. So, just, keep that under consideration, and let's just move forward from there. Thanks, guys. And no worries. I mean, this is just normal stuff, really. What I do like is the swings overall. They're all going, they're all making progress. I mean, not a lot of progress today, but it is good to kind of just see some good momentum. I'm looking for some more bottoms to come in. I wouldn't mind buying Clove again. I really hope it does maybe sell off here, but we'll see. So Clove was a small loss as well. TLRY, I gotta say, this ticker is so impressive. It's just always rocketing out of here. I'm gonna put this one in our watch list. I feel like it pops up so much. I at least want to have it documented once here. I actually don't know why I haven't done that before. It used to be on our watch list, but then I kind of took it off since it was a little bit extended. It's a bit of a slower mover overall. The run on it has been so big. Now it's roughly at 6 billion market cap. So let's add nice low float, 66 million. No, I'm not. I'm not swinging TRLY. Why did you think that, Life? Such a strong mover, BPTH. OLB selling off. Yeah, Colby, for sure. It is definitely not the day for shorting first green day. Although shorting first green day is really not a thing that I ever really exercise, especially lately. We're getting several interesting moves for sure. GSAT. A lot of tickers. Every time there's this many tickers popping, you always want to be extra kind of cautious. There's going to be a lot of weak fall through on a lot of tickers, so you want to think, what's the best one? Sometimes being extra patient on a day like today really pays the dividends. Let's go run through some news here. So it is official. Trump did get impeached yesterday. I don't know if you guys were watching that. Or they ruled it constitutional to continue this impeachment. It is still an ongoing trial. Sorry for that confusion just now. Is that an ad? Whoops. Just scanning here to seeing if there's anything major new that we need to be looking at. This is actually kind of cool. Where did it just go? It just kind of disappeared here for a second. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, extremely unlikely virus from Wuhan, the World Health Organization team says. So far, I'm not really seeing anything too new from yesterday. I just want to quickly make sure we haven't missed anything. Yeah. No surprise here. GameStop kind of coming all the way down. I think that's totally expected. I don't think anyone is too impressed with that news. All right, so pretty mellow stuff going on overall. Bitcoin's a little bit back down. SPY here pretty much actually up 0.47%. That's not too bad. Nice little, should be a bit of a green open here in the markets. Yeah, pretty mellow stuff. Usually there's a lot more we talk about here during the news recap, but just, you know, nothing really too new that I don't think that we didn't know. So let's go back here talking about the gappers. Where'd it go? I must have closed it out. BPTH is by far the #1 lead gapper. This is the one, guys, remember, that everyone's going to be looking at. You always want to be asking yourself, what is the most obvious ticker that everyone's going to be watching, right? And by far, BPTH, not just is it percentage-wise the biggest runner at the moment, it's a USA biotech 5 million float, so it has that spikeability, 25 million market cap, very nice, and has a catalyst. It really checks off all boxes. One thing I am a little bit nervous of is the way it pulled back before. This was a very strong pullback. It did have a little bit of a ridiculous rally here, and I should have been more conscious on that fact. But yeah, still, you know, usually we're not looking for tickers to pull back below 30%, pull back 35%. Overall, it's okay. Not really the end of the world. So I think BPTH could be quite strong. Long-term chart, it's nasty, but most biotechs are pretty nasty. Hit that high of 17. So yeah, next major zone, I would probably, you know, a lot of people are going to be looking at 20 as just kind of a natural place to be thinking about, you know, can it go below 20, over 20, is it below 20, right? And then right here, there's a lot of pivots that happen around 25. So that's an area I want to be watching as well very closely. So 20 and 25. Ben, I am I'm down almost 2,000, giving back pretty much all my profits from yesterday. What I'll do is if I see a great setup, I'll trade half size very conservatively. If I can start wiggling my way up a little bit, back below my max stop, or above my max stop, then I will go full size again. But most likely, I'm just going to be kind of watching here with you guys, unless I take some small sizes, just to kind of get my feet wet a little bit, see if we can maybe make back some losses. But otherwise, nothing too extreme going to come from me probably. Yeah, we could look at fire in a second. CGIX is definitely the second lead gapper at the moment, but it's not really doing too much here. It's going to be quite an interesting open on it. Where? CGIX. That was the first one. USA Biotech 4 million float. Really nice. Also, a catalyst, but it's an investigation on the 6th, so nothing too exciting there. It's actually quite negative, not to mention nothing new today, so be very careful on CGIX. Classic long-term chart. Ran all the way up to the 14, so it's right below this big resistance territory. Also giving back a lot of pre-market high runs, around 50%. That's very, very aggressive sell-off here on CGIX. What CGIX might give us is it might keep holding this area, and then it might have a great floor to rip off of. Even if it continues selling off the rest of the day, it might have an interesting open here. So that's probably something worth considering. We'll check out Fire quickly. Being called out. Looks like it's flat. Acquisition. News. At $76. I don't know why you're looking at Fire. It looks like there's an acquisition here. It's not going to be traded here. It's not even loading anymore. It's going to go bye-bye. Being consumed by Cisco. ACIC is a SPAC that I find quite interesting at the moment. USA shell company right here. So it's acquiring, actually I opened this, it's acquiring, I think it's Urban Air Mobility. It's taking Urban Air Mobility public, which that company is a EV vertical flight company. These little taxi kind of things flying around here, these big drones. And Airbus already has, oh no, not Airbus. Who was that? Sorry about that. United Airlines Holdings has already a $1 billion order ready to go for these aircraft. So with a $500 million additional order with an option for that. So guys, that's big news. So what I was thinking today is, if I'm not seeing any great small cap strategies, I might, enter ACIC as a swing trade. And if ACIC does have some sort of panic selling today, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did, I wouldn't mind accumulating this one anywhere below probably 15, ideally in the 14s. And if it dips below there, even harder, because that is a big contract, right? So you'd ideally be accumulating near the lows there, but we'll see what happens. That could be also a game plan for today. Nice, Marvin. Happy to hear. Yeah, that's what I did. When I first had my margin account, for the first 2-3 weeks, I changed nothing. I used the same position size as my old cash account. I did nothing different. I didn't really trade more than 3 times because remember, I was stuck with 3 trades per day with the cash account for a while, since that's how we allocated our cash with the 48-hour settling period. I didn't change anything. I just got comfortable with the idea that I could. And then at one point, I started getting a little bit more aggressive. And then every month we got a little bit more and more and more aggressive until we are here. All right, guys. So we got another 6 minutes here before the market opens. Plenty of time to really do plenty of things. I'm going to quickly fill up my tea. I'll be right back. And I'll see you guys in a second. 4 minutes, guys. If I put my head in a certain way, it looks like I have horns. I don't know how to do it. I think I have to look at the camera and tilt my head to the left. Huh? I don't know if that works. Yeah, Rick, I kind of feel you on there. And Micah, yeah, we are going to be... Oh, wait, hold on. Micah, I agree with you there. Thank you, Rick. And then Colby, yes, we're gonna keep increasing it. We actually already had a trade at 20,000 roughly. That was a bit of an accidental, but we've hit 20,000 dollar size. It's not my average. I want to get my average over 10K for this month, and then kind of keep going from there. Penny sub-dollar stocks like CTRM oftentimes have very unusual candles. Oh, this looks even more unusual. I'm not totally sure why. I usually don't trade the sub-dollars because of the price action is always a bit unusual. It looks like here there's just an awkward spread, right? Most brokerages only allow 1 cent, so that it doesn't go, or like they allow 2 decimal places, so it doesn't go the extended decimal places. Like, you know, Bitcoin goes to 8 and the Satoshi, right? So now we have basically people placing orders at 115 and people placing orders at 116. So it's only getting executed in that range, right? There's no orders getting filled at, let's say, 1.155. That's why. Because if I try to place an order, let's say here, right, I'll get rejected. The system did not accept your order. The minimum price of an instrument, the minimum price increment of instrument is 0.01, right? So that's why you're gonna get this weird price action. When the price actually goes below $1, they do allow 4 decimal places, but not when it's over $1. Stefan, just think there's always going to be another opportunity. Always going to be another opportunity. If you started trading 5 years from now, think about, you know, you should have been having FOMO every single day of those 5 years you weren't trading, but, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right? So just don't worry about it because there's always going to be another opportunity. There's really nothing to stress about in terms of FOMO. Every day gives you a bunch of opportunities. How many can you capitalize on without tripping over yourself? That's really what it's all about. Let's see, 40 seconds here before the market opens. And yeah, good luck, everyone. Time of force today. All right, guys, 27 more seconds before the market opens. Comment collected. I'm watching BPTH out of the gate, and I'm going to keep an eye on ACIC. Remember, we're looking for that thing to maybe sell off, have a panic, and then maybe accumulate. We'll see what happens for day trading and swing trading. Oh, all right. BPTH on the 5-minute having a great flag setup. This could be a huge move over 17 and then into the 18s. We'll see. I'm not touching anything yet. CGIX having issues here, but remember, it's already sold off so much here, and 12.8 roughly is huge support, so it might find some good accumulation zones in this area before ripping higher. Definitely something worth watching. OLB, I haven't really been too interested in this one, but it seems to be a great ticker if you're trading the range on this one. Not trading breakouts, but trading the range. Quick sell off there. Ooh, UMEY, nasty. Nice move there on BPTH, instantly to 18. Nice move. Next zone, 20. Let's see what happens. 27% spike there. Oh yeah, Rick, that is kind of annoying sometimes, but try to figure out how to make it work for you. BPTH might be getting halted here. 27% move, absolute fire. Hoo-wee. 20 and then 25, those are critical zones. A 10% sell-off so far. I'm surprised BPTH didn't get halted. SNDL being called out a lot. Big sell-off there, but it looks like it's having a bounce right now. I'm not sure if it's going to be full red to green. We'll see what happens. Found big support roughly 1.4. No, wait, hold on. Sorry, I just clicked on the wrong company. I really do appreciate that. I mean, this is why I decided not to do much more trading. I can't speak right anymore. I said I really do appreciate that. I'm sorry. I apologize. SNDL right here at 2.4. Sorry about that, guys. Common collected here. I'm, clearly not in the right headspace. We all have those days. SNDL, beautiful rip there, though. I gotta say, having a healthy pullback here to 2.3, 9 EMA right below it. I'm a little bit nervous it might crack this and go closer to VWAP, mainly because this run has been really, really strong here out of the gate. So sometimes when you have a really good pop like that, not to mention SNDL has been a multi-day runner, but let's see how it holds here. I know this is quite a hot pick. A lot of people are very bullish on it, so it could hold here and instantly bounce back. So don't want to make too many assumptions. Nice bounce there on SNDL. BPTH did finally halt, but it looks like it went to the downside at 33. That's pretty nasty. It's going to open up again at 58. Ay. That's why you don't want to be chasing these overextended tickers, especially when they have such a big move like this right before the market opens. AUV halted to the upside. AUVI. Good call out there. 22%. This was yesterday's big runner. Most likely we're going to be stuck in this engulfing candle here, but we'll see how maybe it can run up a little bit. Looks like it already had an attempt here pre-market and they got totally rejected roughly around the 25 mark. So I would, acknowledge that. So if it does halt here and keeps going up, I think it's going to have another big resistance here. We'll see what happens. Usually I'm not too interested in these second day runners. Nice. Good recovery on SNDL. Aurora Canvas making big moves here. I actually missed this pullback on ACB. This was a perfect pullback entry. Congrats to anyone that got that. This was literally picture perfect. It was not something I was watching. It's a little bit unfortunate. Nice to see CGIX crawling up here. So it did actually end up forming a little bit of a base since it was low. Remember, we were talking about it was being sold off around 53% from pre-market highs. Oftentimes, that's a key area. Sometimes it does go to around 60s, but usually in the 50s, you do see some sort of bounces in that area. So that's exactly what we saw here. Remember, I'm taking trading very lightly today, not in the right headspace, and I'm already down quite a bit pre-market. So that's why you're not seeing me getting aggressive right now. SNDL is crawling pretty nicely. Mark saying TOS is lagging on orders. All right, BPTH is about to open up here. Nice revenge trader. That's what I like to hear. Open on BPTH. Remember, this one's still extended. 5 minute does have a little bit of support, but it's still fairly extended overall. Up to 20. USA Biotech here. Nice move higher there again. I was not expecting this one to rip so instantly back up. Most likely it's going to keep getting halted. Spread's actually not as bad as one would think. ACIC, guys, keep an eye on this one. It's breaking higher right now. Pulled back only about 1% from the open. ACIC is having a little bit of a fake out here. Like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if it moved up, but like I said before, you know, I've been waiting for this one to go below 15, ideally into the 14s before I start playing this one for a day trade or a possible swing. SNDL, big dip there. $19.59. Getting chipped. Boom, there it goes. New high there. That 5 million float is really driving this company. Look at that. Almost $500 million volume on BPTH is absolutely insane. I mean, this is a 25 million market cap company. So we're talking about 20 times rotation of the float. That's insane. Or of the the market cap on this one. 100 times rotation of the float right now, 5 million, 5 million float. So that's that. Receiving U.S. patent related to manufacturer platform technology. Yeah, Mike, I totally feel you on that. So that's why I feel like any entry below 15, especially one with big catalyst, big following, big contract winner, is extra good. We have it written down. I was going through different sites. I usually use Finviz. For example, GSAT, if you scroll down here, you can check the flow. This one's at 610 million, obviously a little bit high. TLRY in the 55s right now, breaking it. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Only selling on the open there. BPTH halted at 2066. It's going to open up at 46.55, so pretty much 47. A lot of chop here. I've been really not a big fan lately of the market open. It's not usually what I would want to be trading. Even pre-market today was not very hot, so it's just not the nicest stuff for my trading strategy today. So I've been pretty pause off. Additionally, on top of the bigger losses I took pre-market. BHTG, let's see what this one does. Most likely volatility halt on BPTH. I don't see any pending news or anything like that. Yeah, it's just a volatility halt. No biggie. Usually it takes 5 minutes to open up again. PSQ are being halted as well. Downside halt. AUVI, BPTH. Coming literally to the zone that we were talking about pre-market. Remember, guys, this is huge resistance on this one, roughly at 25. It already tried to break this area earlier today. If we go to the 15-minute, you can see it very nicely. This was a big zone of support, then it became resistance, then it became resistance again, and right now we're touching that resistance. That's why you're seeing here a lot of failed moves to break to the upside. So if it does break it, that's going to be very bullish, but right now I'd be a little bit worried if I was long here because the risk reward isn't super favorable at the moment. Yeah, Colby, it's been so hectic lately. February is just in general has been the most hectic month for me. I've never had such big swings in both directions. 2 more minutes for BPTH to open up. Or a big sell-off here, but it could actually be a great time to buy it at one point. Bigger support roughly at 16.6. It does have these really strong pullbacks though. That would make me a little bit nervous. There we go. Clove is selling off. This is what I was hoping for. So we sold at the perfect spot pre-market in terms of TOS at 29, right there at the tip. So I'm thinking, you know, where would I want to re-enter on this one? Anything technically right now would already be better than we were at. So we'll see. We'll just keep following this one. I do have a limit order right above 12, but I might even move it lower depending on kind of what unfolds. Don't forget, guys, today is Jim Cramer's birthday, February 10th. $14 ago right here. Jim Cramer's birthday. Doesn't look too stoked in that picture. Also, a good reminder and something that is very hard for me to kind of internalize is you don't have to trade every single day. A lot of days, you know, the market's not exactly what you want and it's better to skip it. Sometimes it's hard to understand what the good days look like if you do, you know, just outright skip, you know, half the days or something like that. But you kind of get a feel for it. Right off the gate today, I even made a note that today was not looking so hot. So I should have took my finger off the pedal a little bit more than I did. But you know, it's good to constantly remind yourself so you don't, you know, slip into, oh, man, I need a trade or something like right now, because it's just never the case. Ultimately, because I'm streaming, right, it does kind of sometimes feel like I need to be trading, or else, you know, why am I streaming? But yeah, it's a very kind of dangerous thought pattern to be getting into. Futu, just like yesterday, is having a really nice continuous stream here to the upside. There goes ACIC, possibly breaking 15 soon. Yesterday, this was such a solid move as well, just continuous upwards trend. Jason's saying my biggest losses always come from boredom. Yeah, that you know, that's another prime example right there. So that open dipped a little bit, but then it pulled even higher here, 22%. So nice movement on BPTH, absolutely beautiful. Let's see if it can continue that run. Well, the only thing that's not beautiful about it is the fact that it's just constantly getting halted here, making it not favorable for me to want to be trading it. But that, you know, this run so far has been great. Boredom equals FOMO. Yeah, more or less. Huge ACIC's dip here. I might even be getting filled here on my IRA account at one point. This ticker is no stranger to sell-offs. We've had a 12% move. But that was really early on with very light volumes. You can't even really put full weight on that. A little bit of consolidation here on BPTH. Yeah, Rick, that's a good one for sure. For me, a big thing is sometimes if I don't take a trade that I should have taken, I'll FOMO into a setup that's not nearly as good. So oftentimes I'll just take a trade just so I avoid the FOMO in the future, even if it's smaller size or if I'm not, like, you know, just yet ready for it. it's a bit of a weird thing, but I think the more you trade, you kind of realize how you're going to feel on certain trades. So you can kind of trade a little bit more with emotional hindsight in a way. Yep, on tilt. And that's the poker terminology. Yeah, my EMA's to 9. I can't really comment on the 50. I really kind of hard coded my brain for the 9 in VWAP. But, throw it on, see if you like it, try to trade with it, see if it makes sense. I used to have the 15 EMA, and I noticed it made me too slow on entries, so I tightened it up to 9, and that worked much better for me. Busy over there, Tyler. BPTH is quite an interesting to want to watch. I haven't really had the desire to want to trade it because of the halts, which is extremely unfortunate because it's kind of the best moving ticker in a way. Or I'll be at just a massive fake out there. ACIC looks like it. In my eyes, it's going to be struggling here, but it could bounce back. I'm kind of hoping the sell-off continues. Look at these alerts; they're just not even going off. It's classic TOS here. Let's actually move this one even lower here to the 50s. So far, pre-market and the market open have been pretty rough. Not overly excited on what I'm seeing, so just kind of watching. It's nice that we were able to manage our swing trade a little bit with Clove and then potentially going to enter on ACIC. So, just kind of watching here. Don't have to day trade, but it's always good to kind of be doing some studying on the side, reading up on swings and so on. $57 BPTH is going to open at. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, CTR is ripping again. A little bit slower percentage-wise, but potential. There's definitely potential. Oh man, Aaron, I feel like I hear a story like that at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a week. Not from you, but just in general. It's always a bit painful when that happens. Just know you're not alone. It definitely does happen to everybody. It's been a really nice day outside today. 56.52. Got another minute on BPTH. TLRY with a nice bottom bounce. Wow, this is a really dirty open here so far for these small caps, huh? Yeah, Colby, that might not be a bad idea. Wow, DC. Big congrats there, man. All right, here we go. BPTH about to open up. ACIC is kind of finding support here, which is a little bit unfortunate in my eyes. I was really hoping it would continue selling off. $9:58 a.m. Oh boy. Somewhat uneventful of an open there. Possible break past 25. It's really gaining a little bit of steam right now. GME being called out. GameStop. I don't know who's trading GameStop in these areas, but honestly, it is forming a very nice little bottom here. GameStop's going to have phenomenal rips to the upside. It's going to have these great dead cat bounces. It's already had a few that are, you know, around 50-60%. That's how a ticker goes on the way to the downside. So beautiful stuff. Classic exponential move here. I was really surprised that it went back up these 2 days. This was a classic dead cat bounce right here. I mean, that was it. That's always what you're looking for. XRP actually had something almost identical to that. Ooh, OLB is a fake out here, false breakout, and then dipping hard. It's actually not a bad move here on CTRM. That's true, Jacob. The shorts definitely are going to cover every now and then. That's causing those big spikes with day traders on top, right? So GME is actually probably a fairly good buy. Not to mention GME looks like it found bigger resistance originally right here in the 50s, 60s, and a kind of a flat top here at 40s. So we really boxed that in a little bit. Look at that, perfect. Nice move there on GME, great call out. If you don't understand it, don't trade it, Marcus. Or trade with small size, because that's another way to learn while managing your risk. Just inch it in there. CGIX, big sell-off here. Ooh, broke the 12.5, nasty. This one always had those really kind of nasty spikes to the upside and then big sell-offs. I'm always worried when I see that on the daily chart. Oh man, slow day for me here. And overall in the market just isn't giving me what I would like to see it, so. You know, it could be a backside bounce, right? It already had a huge peak. We're trending lower now below the 9 EMA, and it's just having little dead cat bounces along the way down. Or if it is a front side move, then sometimes, you know, the fading volume divergence, if you're looking on a daily with the RSI maybe, things like that. There's always multiple factors. It's never going to be usually picture perfect. So then you have to think, you know, what's the risk reward here and how ideal is this setup? And then kind of adjust, you know, for every setup a little bit. Yeah, it is trying to hold a little bit there, huh? CNET did me dirty earlier. I don't know, it's pulled off so much, Corey, pre-market, but volume's fading quite a bit on BPTH. I'm wondering, you know, where's it really going to go from here? We need kind of a second win. I think we're going to start getting something soon. When the market is this nasty, you're almost guaranteed to have a really, really good session later in the day. It might be during power hour from 3 to 4 p.m. I don't know. Could be from 10:30 to 11. You just don't know what it's going to be. It could be even right on the extended hours. I don't know. But most likely we'll see something really nice at one point. But there's also most likely a chance that I won't be trading anymore. So that's a little depressing. Yeah. AMC charts, very similar to GME. Mike is calling out. Oh yeah, big flash. Then at that dead cat bounce right here. Doesn't really bounce back up, and then whack. Now it's actually forming a little bit of a bottom here, but GME's having such better bottom bounces. It's very hard to answer that question. I think it's going to have great bounces on the way down, and today is having one of those actually, but I don't think it's going to recover from this, at least to those former highs anytime soon. I mean, AMC was on the verge of bankruptcy, and it still pretty much is. It secured some funding, but that was all just a giant short squeeze, so it's not going to see those highs again until it drastically improves its business model. And even then, could take a long time. BPTH having a big sell-off here. Might get halted. What is this, my second day in a row now not trading after the market opens? Or is it, or did I not, what did I do on Monday? I don't even remember. It's been very unusual trading lately. GSAT, kind of an interesting one right now. Let's quickly review this again. USA Telecom, 610 flow, 3.3 billion. That's a huge company. And they're calling this a penny stock? What? There's that bigger deal going on. It's actually holding this area okay. Drastic sell-off from the open, but that's kind of understandable since it was way extended. This could move back above 25. That's the big question. Is GSAT going to move back above 25, or is it going to keep selling off here? If it moves back above 25, this could be a great entry at some point. What was the alert that just went off? Triggered BPTH. Opened. It's a bumpy road. GSAT trying to recover here. 5-minute bull, very bullish flag. I mean hammer candle. I would assume this thing goes to at least the high 50s, hit 55. I would expect it to break 55 here. Let's see what happens. No, it's selling off a bit. Potential entry at 47, long at 47, small size. $10.10. See what kind of continuation we can get out of this. Half size on this one. Like I said, I'm going to be doing half size. Looking for that move, ideally past 2.6. I don't know if we're going to go past 2.6. Big resistance at 5. Closing out here, taking a base hit. The best thing to do after a bigger loss is to take a base hit in my eyes. Sometimes it doesn't even matter if it goes up much more. It honestly doesn't matter. I like to take base hits, get myself in the right direction, used half size. I'm still down quite a bit here today, so I'm going to keep trading half size. And only setups that I really, really like. Nice move there to 61. Great move. 5%. Great. Thanks, Matt. I'm just constantly scanning the markets, just trying to be patient, just waiting for a setup. CGIX. I don't know. It's a big sell-off so far. Well, look at this one, halted now to the downside. Wow, great move on GSAT. Beautiful move. Beautiful stuff. Let's watch, just keep watching this one. There might be good another setup here. Also, ACIC, guys. I'm still watching. It's on my second screen. I would love to get a second trade on this one, or a first trade on this one, if it's a swing trade or a day trade. What's Dogecoin up to? You guys are getting me all excited. Yeah, ZOM has just been such a beast of it. Absolutely ridiculous. Crazy. Let's see here. I thought something much crazier happened when you guys were calling it out. Usually it's a 5-minute hold, could be a 10-minute hold, unless it's pending news, then it could be much longer. Rick. GSAT is a much bigger stock, so you always want to be keeping that in mind when you're trading these bigger tickers. That it's going to be, usually extra choppy and whatnot. The fact that it held 2.5, that was a big support zone, so that was a very bullish sign. Well, it cracked 2.5, yes, I know that, but it bounced right back above it, so that was actually a very bullish sign here. Especially because it did that first bounce, kind of a dead cat right there. Yeah, Michael, you're probably right. At least we got one trade in on the live. CGIX, we could look at it later. I'll make a note here. Actually, we could look at it now. CGIX. Centrex. It's crawling back up. Got big resistance at 2.5. But so far so good. Looks like it got halted here. I wouldn't really day trade something like this usually just because it doesn't have volume. But I don't know. If you're interested, if you like this company, swing trading it could be a bit more the way to go about it. But you'd want to be buying near lows, not necessarily near highs, because it does pull back very aggressively from time to time. Wow, GSAT. Great move there on GSAT. Very consistent. Was not expecting that kind of movement. New high there on GSAT. Just trying hard to break that VWAP. Nice how this one held up so well, huh? Usually, Rick, there's at least one more attempt to break to a new high. You'll have something like this, and then here's that second attempt to break to a new high. Be careful if the second attempt, you know, starts trending down, and then you have these kind of dead cat bounces where it goes back a little bit above the 9 EMA and then gets crushed. So right now it looks like we're having that kind of first big sell-off. So the question is on LMMD, are we going to break this high maybe later today? It could be a good time, so you want to be patient here. But if it breaks the low at 156, then I'd be very nervous. So that's a big support zone that would be breaking. Also, this would be a pretty big support zone to break. Last time we didn't break VWAP, so this time we are. That's actually quite bearish. So I don't know. It's always tough to do, to manage those sizes. 1018. Could be revenge trader. It can work, but if you're day trading, you typically cut your losses, right, without thinking twice about it. If you're swing trading, it's different. You can double down, you can average down, you can do all sorts of stuff. You have a longer time horizon. %30 pullback on OLB. Such a nasty long-term chart on OLB. I almost can't even take that ticker seriously. So I just keep looking away. I'm like, oh, please no. Daniel, you're killing it today. Big congrats, man. You're on the flow. If you're on the flow like that, you just got to keep milking it as long as you can. A bad day trade can become a respectable swing trade. No, no, revenge trader. Absolutely not. No. If you were swing trading, you would have had a whole different entry. But then again, everyone's got a different strategy. If it works for you, I can't talk it down, but that is a very dangerous philosophy if I would apply it to my strategies. So I can't even entertain it. Wow, today is really, it feels like one of the slower days we've had this year. Whew. TRCH, a little bit of a pop here, some decent energy. That's how I feel about that, Corey, as well. It's has a slippery slope. That's basically how everyone's bag holder started. Everyone's bag, right? Happy to hear, Dirty Jones, John Jones. Just long here on GSAT, same trade before. Big support here in the 50s. Still trading light size. Bigger buyers now at 50. Going up one size on it, averaging down for a second there. Been waiting for this entry here at, I got a little bit aggressive there. I probably should have been waiting here a little bit longer. Actually still quite bullish on this overall setup. Still selling off a little bit there. $53, still selling off. Could go full size, giving it a little bit more time here. This was actually 52 was kind of my original play on this one. It's not really doing what I was hoping for. Bit of a backside move overall. Didn't really mean to trade the backside. This was actually more of a 5-minute pullback that I was doing. But you know, it's doing what it's doing. It's a bigger company, so it's trades choppy. So I traded it a little bit to like a small cap. Might get closed out here. Yeah, stopping out at 50. A little unfortunate. Why did my order not go through? Broken. 250. All right, that was really lame. I don't know if you guys saw that, but my stop had a weird broken error message. Yeah, that was... What the heck was that? I have no idea what that just was. No idea what just happened. Well, we got out. Not in time, but we got out. The freak was that? Filled orders. Yeah, so, okay, I'm stopped out today. I worked my way up a little bit, and yeah, so, you know, it's my biggest loss, biggest red day here. That was so annoying. What was that? Did you guys see that error message? Broken order? Oh my lord, TOS. Yeah, so it was good that we jumped ship on this one. I don't regret this trade. I just don't like that I didn't get out at 2.5. I took another 10 cents a share loss on that one for no reason. I don't know. Well, it's one of those days, I guess. Let's go here to that trade. I just want to focus on this for 1 second because I don't want to miss this opportunity that I was waiting for. We just went long ACIC. At 14.25. This is exactly what we were waiting for here. Medical writing tutorials, it's pretty much as stressful as it gets. Big bounce there. Oh man, I was probably just a second too slow. Let's see how this one performs here. A little bit longer. Let's give it some more time. Put a limit order here at 85 for now, and then we'll kind of just manage this one, see how it goes. Great bounce there on it for now. Let's keep watching this. I want to see if it dips below 14. If it does, I'm going to be quite interested in it. All right, that's what I wanted to quickly do. Sorry, I was like, I need to focus on ACIC. That's exactly the move I was waiting for all day. I feel like, oh, and it literally bounced right away. Didn't think I was going to be distracted at that time, but I was. Oh well, that's how it goes. Nasty, nasty stuff. Getting distracted here. BPTH. Yeah, it's halted. It's going to open up in pretty much a minute. What a day. Yeah, GSAT, I honestly don't know what happened here. This was such a crazy sell-off. Everything was looking good. I did break my rule of not trading the backside. I was so fixated on the 5-minute, and to me the 5-minute was a healthy pullback, and I really liked what I was seeing, and I was ready. Yeah, I don't know. That was an honest mistake, and shame on me for that. But I did like what I was seeing, so it doesn't bother me that much. I would do that trade again. I just don't get why we had TOS issues again. Let me check out LMND. That's been a little stress roller coaster here. Yeah, wow. Very unusual price action on that one too. It looks like the whole market, I saw it in the chat room, somebody was saying it, yeah, the whole market just took a nice little poop. So yeah, market took a poop, my day trading took a poop, my swing trading portfolio, well, you know, it doesn't really matter what that one does, it just does what it does, and we accumulate more when we can, and that's it. But day trading today, that was really a bit of a disaster on my end. Went down to 29. Will we get filled there? No, I don't think so. I think at 12.25. Great bottom bounce though. Yeah, you know, Constantine, that's always a good idea. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to rewatch the video and Google the error message. It said something about broken. There was stop loss broken or something, broken order. It literally said it was just broken. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back to that and see what that's all about. That was weird, but hopefully we can maybe learn something out of it. Probably not, but I don't know. It is what it is. Today was really not my day, huh? Luckily we're still up for the week. We're green on the week, but man, this was a blow for sure. Corey says, go to messages, monitor, help, system disclosure, tools, charts, market watch, alerts, scan, trade. I don't see messages. Monitor. You guys have to be a little bit more specific than that. Top right. Ah, messages. There we go. Scroll up. Buying canceled. 13. GSAT. Here we go. Rejected order, single rejected, bad stop 2.5, broken option, sell 3,000 stop to close. Broken option. I'm not totally sure what that means. Broken option. We'll see. And then I cancel that. Then I try to sell 251, and then I was chasing the exit. That's pretty much what happened. Then I eventually sold at 2.4. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Very weird. ACIC at 14. I see it. I'm not buying it yet, though. There's a good chance it's going to break 14 here. Let's keep watching it. It had a full-on recovery, so the sell-off was totally kind of unwarranted, is pretty much what the market's saying, right? That was 11% bounce. Oh, such a pain. Talk about being on the wrong side of it. We literally were on the wrong side of it. I don't know. I think the whole market movement just affected this trade. This is actually why I like trading small caps a bit more. GSAT is, in my eyes, it's pretty much a large cap. I mean, 3.4 billion, what's it at now? Probably 4 billion right now. Well, it's more of a mid-cap, a large mid-cap, but really a company in these prices, it's going to be affected by the overall market much more. Small caps, they don't really care if the market's up or down, as long as the market's not, taking away too much attention. So yeah, here's what it is. Man, we just had, one green trade on it. And I was like, okay, not amazing, but we're going in the right direction. Maybe I can wiggle myself out of the hole a little bit, and then whack. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, you kind of become numb to these things as a day trader, but sometimes, when things are out of your control a little bit, it does bother you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. So pretty much after yesterday, I'm back at break even. We are still up around 500 for the month. So, for the week. So it's a green week, pretty much today and yesterday cancel each other out. And then, we'll just get back on the horse tomorrow. No biggie. It is what it is. Can't cry over spilt milk. So today just wasn't that hot of a day. There was some opportunity today. There was definitely some opportunity, but it was far and few, and a lot of shaky stuff and a lot of stuff where you're sometimes, in a way, just, risking too much because of these kind of nasty sell-offs, nasty flushes. So it's not the best trading day, I guess you can say. Thanks, Constantine. Thanks for the support on the channel, man. I really do appreciate that. Nice little coffee guy. I love it. I think BPTH will go back to the 20s. I don't know. It could. I mean, on the 5-minute, this could be a great nice VWAP pullback. It's looking a little bit heavy in this area. Most likely, it kind of looks like it's going to break 17, but we'll see. If it kind of starts fizzling out here, starts consolidating, that's going to be a very bullish sign. I think we're going to get some really nice runners at one point today. I could be totally wrong, but usually, almost always, when the market's this bad, you know, at one point something kind of comes out from the ashes. And that's a lot of ashes today, so could be something really nice at one point. I probably won't be trading at that point, so that's a little bit depressing. ACIC is really setting up a good move here. I'm watching this one very closely. We have a limit order ready to go on a break of 14. This is on our swing trade portfolio. Increase size there because I really like this one. This is one of those swing trades that I might just hold for like 1 or 2 or 3 days. That's true, Corey. Thanks, D. D exclamation mark. Break on ACIC. What's it gonna do? Everyone's wondering. That sell momentum was very light just now. No, I guess it's not gonna crash as hard as I thought, huh? It's already pulling back up. How come this is the one ticker that's not crashing that hard? Back above 14. Yeah, we'll see what happens. TLRY could be forming a bottom as well. CGIX looks like it found a little bit of a bottom as well, huh? Yeah, let's hope for the best, Rick. It's not always the case. Usama. Really depends on the market, right? Today's not a nice day, and we've been seeing that a little bit of a trend lately, but all those things usually reverse at one point, then you start seeing a different trend for a while. But lately, pre-market has been so hot, and then tickers get overextended, and then they sell off when the market opens, right? All right, I'm going to see if I can get an entry here on ACIC. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We'll probably be ending this stream soon. I don't think I'm going to do any more trading today. Unfortunately, we're having our biggest loss ever. Also unfortunate, it's 20% of our average position size, which is pretty nasty. Not really. Usually I have a rule when I'm down 10% of my max position size, I stop, which I more or less did, and then I traded small size to try to wiggle my way back up, which was working, and then we got stuck in some ridiculous move. But I can't blame the market. I can only blame myself. So yeah, I can't beat myself over for it. It is what it is. In the future, we're going to have 10K loss days. We're going to have 20,000 loss days. Might even have 50,000 loss days. It's just, as you get bigger position size, these are just natural things that happen. You can't really cry over it, and you just know in the future, you might be making $2,000 in one trade. So it's really nothing to be stressed out about. Now, if you are consistently, having issues with certain trades and whatnot, then you have to really be reviewing your trades, reviewing your strategy. Where are you doing something wrong? Based on our last 12-month plus, everything is going right, and we just need to, we need to just be a little bit more cautious on days like today, I think. And also, I traded way too big position size my first trades right out of the gate. That was definitely a big mistake. So yeah, we'll be wrapping up the day here down 2.3. Swing trade portfolios down a little bit as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the day. If you guys want to see a little bit more of a recap here on all these trades, don't forget to check the timestamps that's going to be coming under this video about an hour to 2 hours after the end of the live stream. Yeah, otherwise, drop some questions here, and we'll be wrapping up the stream very, very shortly. Don't forget to leave a comment, guys, if you do have questions as well, and you're watching this on playback, because I do usually answer all comments, especially if they're questions. Pull a Ross and go all in. Ross doesn't go all in. A 6-figure red day. It sounds nasty. ACIC selling off a little bit here. Buyers on the 80. Long at 85. Whoops, there goes the dip again. Nice. So we're going to be holding on to this trade most likely overnight on ACIC. This is a new swing trade that we just entered here. Boo! Selling off a little bit more. So let's see if we can average into a good size on this one. We'll see how low it goes. Maybe it's even going to break 1350 here, so that could be pretty cool. Going in with 10 more size if we get the entry here. All right, there we go. So I think we're fully allocated on this one, even a little bit extensively. I like the catalyst on this one, new SPACs. Everything's looking good, so we'll manage this position. I like getting SPACs under 14, under 15 even. I think this is a little bit of panic selling we're seeing here across the board in the market overall. And I'm quite bullish here on this one, so very nice. I don't know about that, Brent. I mean, yeah, he makes a lot from his company as well, but I think his trade, I mean, he made over 4 million trading last year, so I don't know if I would, I don't think it's just shits and giggles at all. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I think we're done for trading for the day unless, I don't know, something really beautiful pops up, which I'm not really seeing at the moment. ACIC is crawling here, possibly back over 14, so we'll see how this one kind of performs. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, today. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really do appreciate all the likes. For now, I'm going to be watching this swing trade, seeing if we need to manage it. I'll be sure to drop a link in the Discord if we do manage it. Don't forget, guys, if you want to join the Discord and see everything else that we do here, just go to tradejournal.co/connect, and you can check out the Foundation video series, the slides, the checklist, the Discord group right here, and all that fun stuff. So hopefully tomorrow we're going to get a little bit more action. Everything was kind of slow today, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get some better fall through soon. So yeah, it's, we're green on the week, and we're green on the month, we're green on the year. That's the important part. Red days are part of the game, so just remember that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Peace. Woo.